Hi guys, welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got a fun one for you today. We've got this great big rotating banner for you at the top here. Real eye catcher. Going to get people's eyeballs on it very quickly, which is just what you want. And of course, you can link it to your sale or wherever it is you want to take your people. Really easy to do. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. Once enabled, let's go down. We'll start a new section. A little blue button to add a new section. I'm going to use a regular section for this. Inside, I'm going to put a single column. I'm going to use a heading module, but before I do that, let's just delete this one on top. There we go. While we're in here, I'm going to put a gradient background in mind for a bit of drama here. So I'm going to go into the actual section, the blue tab itself. I'm going to go to background, always under content here. I'm going to add a gradient just like we did yesterday. In fact, I'm going to add the same gradient. I'm going to hit the plus to add a gradient. Puts in a blue and a green, blue at the top, green at the bottom by default. I'm going to change both of those to black by clicking on the stop, left click, choose the color you want, roll back down, left click on the other one, choose the color you want there. Let's add another one in the middle here. I'm going to roll up to about 50%, left click to add a new stop. I'm going to click on this one. And let's turn it blue. But I want the blacks to come down a lot further. So we've got a blue line in the middle there. So I'm going to bring this one to 40. And I'm going to bring this one down to 60. Perfect. Just exactly what I wanted. Great. Now we've got our section sorted. Let's go and add our heading module. I'm going to go down. Of course, you can use any module you want for this. I'm using a heading as it's a sort of rotating heading that we're doing here. Let's say save 75% sale on today, or whatever you want to say in yours, obviously. Now, if you want to link this module somewhere, or the section, or the actual row that it's sitting in, you can do so in the link underneath here. Just put the link where you want to take people. In fact, I'd rather do this on the section than the actual writing itself. That way, if they click anywhere on this banner, it'll take them to whatever link you want. And it's the same thing for the section and the row. I'll show you in the section in a moment. Link is also always under content here. Well, let's go to our writing now. I'm going to click the little blue brush attached to it. I'm going to make mine a heading 2. I'm going to choose a different font. Just click on where it says default there. I'm using Anton. But to choose a different font, just roll over one here, and there's plenty to choose from. It'll give you an example. I'm going to roll with my Anton that I had going there. Want it to be bold. I'm going to have it uppercase. I want it to be centered. I want it to be wide in color. I want it to be really big as well. Let's try 180. It's probably going to split it into 2 lines there. That's fine. But what I want to do is extend my row so we can try and fit this all on one line. But before I do that, I'm going to give it a little blue text shadow on the bottom so it gives it a bit of a glow. If we roll down a little bit more, here's our text shadow. I'm going to use the all-round one. I'm going to roll down. I'm going to make that blue too. It just gives it a slight little blue twinge around the outside of it. Great. Well, let's save that now. I'm going to go into the row itself, the green tab. I'm going to make this row full width so it stretches from one side of the screen to the other. To do that, click on the cog. I'm going to go to Design, middle tab. Sizing. Here's the width right here. Let's slide that up to 100%. I'm going to type 100 and the percent sign in the max width below. We've now got a full width row that stretches from the left of the screen to the right of the screen, and our text is now fitting on there perfectly. Fantastic. And if you want to adjust the text style for tablet and mobile, let's save our row changes here. You can do so very easily by going back into the text module, or I should say heading module here. You can either hit the paintbrush, it's over in the left-hand corner now because we've got a full width row. Take you straight to the styling. If you want to change the size on tablet and mobile, roll up over the heading text size here. If there's a little mobile phone icon, which there is, we can click on it. You can put a completely different value in for tablet and a completely different value in phone. Great, well I'm going to continue on with this, and let's make this thing rotate to make it more eye-catching. Now, still in the heading settings, I'm going to go over to my advanced and my custom CSS. In the freeform tab, I'm going to select this module by writing selector. Then we're going to open and close some curly brackets. Inside, we're going to create an animation which is going to rotate this. So I'm going to say animation, colon, and we'll give it a name. Create a title, rot for title rotate. Call yours what you want. It wants to be unique. I'm using it a long time on mine. I'm going to use 15 seconds. I want it to keep going, so I'm going to say infinite. I want it to be smooth, so I'm going to say linear. Great. Now we've got to create this animation that we've called title rot or title rotate or whatever you've called yours. So I'm going to drop down from our curly bracket there. We're using keyframes to build this again today. So I'm going to say at and the word keyframes. Then the name, title rotate. Then we can open some more curly brackets. And we can decide what we want to do with our 15 seconds. Well, at 0%, basically when the page loads, beginning of second one. So 0%, I'm going to open some more curly brackets there. I'm going to say transform, colon, rotate, Y, because we want it to rotate around the Y axis, right at the end of that capital Y. I'm going to open some round brackets, and we can put a degree value in there. Initially, I want it to be right side up, so I'm just going to put a 0 in there. Then when it gets to 50%, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to drop down. I'm going to paste it in there again. I'm going to change that to a 50. We're going to say transform, rotate 360 degrees. 360 DEG for degrees. As you can see, it's rotating, but it's rotating around the wrong axis. Rather than the Y axis, I want to change that to a capital X. And the same for this one right here. That way it's going to rotate around that way. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted right there. And obviously to make it go quicker, make this smaller time. And to make it longer, I'm sure you know what to do. Put a larger value in there. It'll rotate slower. And because we've added linear after it, it's going to do it nice and smoothly like that. I think I was good with my 15 seconds. Perfect. Okay, and what I was saying earlier about if you want to link this to your sale page or wherever it is you want to take them, I'm going to go into the actual section itself, the blue tab. And links always under content there. I put the link in the section, so anywhere they move over here, this is where they'll be able to click on your link. And always best practice if you link into your own site, keep it in the same window. If you're linking off-site to a different site, open it in a new tab. That way your site will stay open. I think we've done everything correctly now, so we should be good to go. Let's save our changes and make sure this is going to work on the front end. We'll save the page changes down here. And let's exit the Visual Builder. And there we have it. We've got a huge rotating banner at the top there. That's certainly going to get people's attention. And if you put your link in the section, anywhere that they click on this section, it'll take them to wherever it is you want to take them. Like I say, that's another eye-catching little thing. People are not going to miss that when they open up your site. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget, I'll put that code down below for anybody that just wants to copy and paste it. And if anybody's got any questions, pop them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you or make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.